Hello? Can you hear me? Good evening. Sorry if you've been waiting for my live stream that I kind of alluded to about learning, how do I learn pieces. But I've been practicing the whole day slowly, so I'm a little bit tired. I don't even know how I'm going to perform right now. But we'll see. So I have the piece prepared here. It's called Patio de los Leones. And first thing is I'm going to play a little bit of it on my screen here, and let me know if you hear it. Beautiful Sabicas. All right. Great. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this live stream depending on how it goes. Maybe if it doesn't work out, I will not pause, but we'll see what happens. So first of all, check out this beautiful cejilla that I received from Spain. It's so cool, and it's personalized. Just absolute beauty. So I'm probably going to use it for the piece. Yeah, I'm going to make a post about this cejilla later on. So I already can hear a little bit of it, so let's hear it one more time. So here's my first question. If this is the note, this is the note that I hear in the treble, and I don't think that he's playing the open string, because open string sounds so bright. So this note cannot be an open string, because it sounds like he's playing it in a closed position, and it's not so easy. So I'm going to put my capo on the second fret and see if I can, not a capo, cejilla, if I can play this. I think that sounds pretty much like that. So okay, so any questions for me here? Okay, sounds great. Yeah, sounds cool. Okay, we can hear it. Okay. So your comments, by the way, are very delayed, because my latency is high, because I want it to be a good quality stream. So sorry if I can't respond right away to what you're saying. Okay, so I live right now. I'm in Boston, actually. What is the most difficult song of Paco? Well, probably the one I haven't heard. I mean, I haven't played yet. Okay, great. So let's hear it one more time. So the way that he is playing is definitely this chord, because this is in a bass, so you hear the open string here, but he's playing the second string rest stroke like this. And then he goes to this chord. So he first has just 3 notes, 6th string, 4th, 3rd. So like this, and then he's adding the P to it. So it sounds a little full on the second time. Alright, let's see if I can learn some. Okay, so sorry. I think it's these 3 strings here. That really sounds like an open string, so I'm definitely I got the Sahia right. Okay. Okay. Greetings, guys. Greetings. So let's hear. Aha. Let's hear this one more time. So this is definitely a Grenadina, because we have this telltale part. All right. Yes, I have listened to Diego del Gastor. Yes, hello. Japan is great. I've been there three times so far. It's a wonderful country. All right, so we have. So this is 4th string with a lot of vibrato, and you're doubling it with the second open. So, all right, let's see what he does. Yeah. All right, so we have. I hear this B major chord like this. So one tremolo cycle, and then he cuts the chord after he strums it with the thumb. Something like this. So actually now I have to slow down because I'm so tired I can't hear it very well at full speed. So I'm going to put it at 75%. Yeah, this is a Lester DeVoe. It's a beautiful guitar. This is what he plays here. So he goes down to this note, and then up here. So one more time. All right, so he plays. And then this. Okay, so you guys are saying, Maestro, have you ever played any Arabic music? First of all, I'm not maestro, and second of all, no, unfortunately, I haven't played it, but I love listening to it. It's really beautiful, and I see how it relates to flamenco a lot. Can I talk for 10 minutes, please? Not exactly sure if I understand. right now I'm doing the live stream. So, okay, picado is so difficult to learn by ear. It's not really so difficult because you see, you can go to settings on YouTube, for example, and select 25%, and then everything sounds so slow. Let's listen to it one more time. You can hear. You can really hear each note. All right. Yeah, I would love for you to play some Arabic music for me, or you can direct me to a video where you're playing it. That would be great. Okay, so let's see if I can learn some more. So this is what he's playing, and then, but I'm not sure if I started right. One more time. And the telltale sign that he was not holding a bar right here is because right after he releases this note, thank you very much, guys. Right after he releases this note, you hear the open B, so he has a ghost note right after, so that means that he was holding it with a finger. So, and then this is called arrastre, right? So this is what we do. Run through the through the bass strings with a thumb, catch with the fingers here, and then come back with the ring finger. Yeah, that does sound like Hungarian Rhapsody. Right hand strength exercises. I do have some stretching exercises and strength exercises here on my channel. You know, things like this, like one hand clap, and yeah. All right, we'd love to hear some classical later. All right. I'm not sure if this stream is working out because I'm answering questions and I'm not learning the song. So, do you guys want me to answer questions or learn this song? I think Nino Miguel is fantastic. And do the nails get in the way of your everyday life? Yeah, of course, but I'm so used to them getting in the way that I don't even notice anymore. So, all right, let me both. Okay, learn song. that was with exclamation marks, so I'd better learn it. Okay, learn this song. Okay, please answer questions. Okay, so yeah, we have a plan. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so let me learn for a little bit, and then I'll answer some more questions. Is that all right? I hope that's deal. All right, great. Yeah, Calle Munición is a monumental piece. I started learning it a little bit, but it's so difficult. Yeah, I can definitely see your comment, and I'll be able to see it afterwards also. Okay, so this one is difficult because the pattern kind of, it seems like it's either skipping or changing at some point. So he does this. It is now playing at 25% speed. Oh, so difficult. Sabicas doesn't have this synchronization right between his right hand and left hand here. It's probably because he's improvising at this point and he's not exactly sure what the scale is. He almost sees what it's going to be, but not in detail. So that's one of those places where you have to use your imagination to understand what he intended to play, because there are a lot of like micro details there that are going to throw you off if you are really if you're not careful. So let's listen to it one more time. My tired brain doesn't want to deal with this right now, but let's see if I can decipher it. So I think he wants to play, but he has a problem hitting this note second time. So I think he is doing something in between this note and this note. But this is how I'm going to learn it. Aha, so he does. This is basically it. No, so. But I do hear him returning to this note momentarily before he plays the final note of the scale. So between the penultimate note and the last note, you have a little bit of this. So let's see if he plays anything afterwards that warrants this. There we go. You hear that he is going to play this note, but he prepares the finger before he lands on the last note of the scale. So this way, right? And now let's play it at faster speed so that we don't have to go at such a pace anymore. So okay, so he has this, right? So that's what he played. And then I think that's what it is. Let me listen one more time. Again, I'm going to slow down because my brain is not catching details. So first, he has a hammer on here, and then I think he's using a little bit of a slide back to play this. So this scale. Okay, so this is where we are. Let me play it at 75% now. Okay, maybe wrong time to play it at 75%. Let's play it at half the tempo. So this is where we end it. So was right. Okay. So one more time. One more time. That's a very nice scale. So he played this. That's the scale. And then arastre. And he starts his arastre from the fourth string in this chord. Oh, that's interesting. You guys hear it? It's not just how I would expect it to be. So there's a little bit of extra note added in there. So let me listen to it one more time. It's 75% now. So, by the way, you hear this and then you hear this ghost note. You know why? Because that's how he fingers this chord. So the chord is just A minor 7. So, and he's first putting his middle finger down and then the bar. But let me listen to how he does it exactly. So, the interesting thing about it is that he doesn't just go how you would expect any flamenco guitarist to play, but he does. He includes that first string up high, so it's very interesting, strange to play. So that's what he's doing. Now his playing was pretty clean. Any things that you hear, any imperfections, come from him not knowing exactly, how he's going to play it. It's not because he couldn't practice it to be clean, but he just didn't practice this. A lot of it is improvised, and when you're improvising, sometimes it's kind of like half-baked. So you're not exactly sure what your idea is. It's not crystallized yet. So that's the thing. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, that was a lucky catch. Girl from Ipanema is beautiful, beautiful song. Yes. So, and here he does. So he has this chord, so now he has two fingers down because it's a 7, dominant 7 chord. And then he does this. Okay, I think that's what it is. Okay, without the top. Let me listen to it one more time. Yeah. Okay, so question. I have trouble transcribing the Rasgueados. Any suggestions? Yeah, whenever you listen to Rasgueado, listen to the way that the fingers sound. Usually the pinky is like the lightest of them if it's used, and also index finger up sounds sharper a lot of times than any finger going down. So those are the clues for you to observe. And then see if Rasgueado sounds like sharp on one strum and then duller on 3 other strums, for example, like that will tell you that it's probably played index up, ring down, middle down, index down. And try to try to count the number of strums and where the accents fall, and see if there is any known Rasgueado pattern that you can apply and that will work with this rhythm. All right, saludos. Fantastic. Thank you very much. So yeah, he was not cleaner than Escudero when Escudero was young. I think Escudero was very, very, very clean, very a great guitarist when he was young, and then later on, of course, he had some problems, health problems that prevented him from playing his best. Kind of like Sabicas, when Sabicas played with Morente. I think it was his last recording, right? Sabicas was not at his best, and he actually didn't want the album released because his playing wasn't up to his standards. He had very high standards for himself. So, okay, but these are anecdotes. Let me continue with the piece. So, one more time. So, I think that's what it is. So, I don't hear I don't hear the A here. I think he's just doing index finger and ring together. So he is skipping a string, which is pretty classical approach to playing music. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure that Sabicas is playing that last note on the open E, and in order to play that, and Sabicas did that once in a while, I think he's dragging one of his fingers. Probably index finger ends up on the last B, and then he is dragging it to the G. So T, and then playing there. So I can't do it this way because I'm always alternating. No, I can't play with dragging. It's very difficult. Okay, so thank you. So this, and then I think that's the scale. And I'm pretty sure that he's utilizing some it's like sweep picking, you know, so using same finger to go across two strings. So all right, thank you guys, thank you very much. Let me look. Yeah. First of all, so he's also catching the sixth string a little bit here, but it's not coinciding with the last note of the scale. It's slightly delayed. It's like it happens right after. This way. I don't know why, but I won't I won't sweat over this, if you permit me. Okay, let me answer a little bit of questions. Okay, ole. 20 minutes first song. No, the bass no. Oh, thank you very much. Do you have perfect or relative pitch? I think my pitch is pretty close to perfect, because usually when my guitar goes lower or higher, I can usually detect it. But I also can tune by ear. Let's say I detune my strings when I'm flying at the airport, and if I pick up the guitar, I usually don't have to use any tuning fork or a tuner, and I'll bring them to pretty much, well, very very close to perfect, 440. But if you sing me a note, I'm not going to be able to tell which note it is. So I have relative pitch. Oh, Penesi. Hold on a second. Where? Oh, I missed it. Alessandro. Yeah. What a total honor. Maestro Penesi. Amazing artist. Amazing guitarist. Yeah. Just love his stuff. Thank you. What an honor. I didn't pay attention to the names too much. Thank you. I'm using plastic nails. Yes, they are guitar player nails. So basically, I cut them and shape them myself. I don't think that I have any nails here to show you. Well, I actually do. This one I haven't used. Okay. See, it was preformed. I never used it, so it's kind of looks like this. And I think I didn't use it because it was too curled, and I didn't like its shape. But yeah, they're working out just great. Thank you very much. What is my opinion of Yamandu Costa style of playing guitar? Well, he is absolutely a killer. Even Paco was a fan of his. Yeah, so Penesi and Yamandu, fantastic artists. Just really life-altering experience. Thank you, Maestro. Thank you. Me too. I'm a big fan. Yeah. So actually, I'm going to see Dave Keir. The guy who runs the Guitar Player Nails. I think on Friday we're gonna have a Skype session with him. So let's see. Maybe he'll show me some of his material. But we'll work on some Rasgueados. Yeah, that's excellent. To see him every time is great. All right, so let's see. So here. So he does this interesting skip. Okay. So, and this is definitely a diminished chord. Oh, Maestro, thank you very much. Yeah, I can't believe you're here. So humbled, very humbled. Okay, how difficult is it for classical players to learn flamenco, and what are some of the noticeable challenges? I think the biggest challenge is not about the technique even, it's about mindset and also knowing all the accents. So you need to listen to a lot of flamenco before you start playing it well, because classical players tend to play it without swing, and make too many accents, like. So it sounds a little robotic. So if you listen to flamenco guitars, so there are less accents, but there's more syncopation. And another thing is you can't pay attention to every single note in flamenco because it's just not possible. There's a lot of noise happening. You know, all the strings are ringing, and you only need to pick out certain notes. In classical, I think you need to pay attention to everything. It's like how long do you hold every note, and you know when do you let it go? What is the dynamic, the tone color, and everything. So that's the challenge, and just listening to flamenco and getting used to these really loud dynamics. I think that's definitely. Hold on, I don't sound like Mark Zuckerberg, although I've never really heard him speak. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a compliment. I'm pretty sure it's not. All right, let me drink some water. Do I like jamón, queso, and vino? Who doesn't? Okay, I prefer to play solo rather than a second guitar. No, that's not necessarily true. If the person you know is fun to play with, I love playing with other people. Yeah, it's so should I continue the piece or how is that? Or did you kind of get a sense of what I'm looking for when I'm learning? Yeah, Lex is good. Yeah, I saw that podcast was available, but I never watched it. I was yeah, he had some interesting guests, like from all over. Well, I play a Lester DeVoe guitar. You can go to his website and see what the prices are. Although this wood is not going to be listed, but you're gonna see that his blancas cost a little less than his negras. I do have his negra and I do have his blanca, but this one is a satin wood guitar. So, how often I go back to beginning of the song? Yeah, is that what you mean? Okay, so go back to beginning. Well, usually I would already at this point I'm at 53 seconds into the piece. You know, I wouldn't learn any more until I practice all the material up to this point. Yeah, because I don't have such a good memory. So definitely I would try to practice it up to this point, and then on and only then go on. So a piece like this lasts 3 minutes 50 seconds. Usually would take me probably a couple of hours to learn completely if I'm concentrating. That includes memorization part, so which takes a lot of repetition. So everything has to be organized. So I empty my brain and I imagine that it's just empty shelves, you know, and I sort out the notes, the falsettas, the compass and everything, and put them in order so that I can later kind of make sense. Does it make sense to you what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, difficulty learning by ear. Yeah, chords are difficult. Sometimes they're so ambiguous because the performer doesn't strike each note with the same intensity, and then you have to kind of use your imagination to reconstruct the chord. Okay. Any technical thing to learn al sapua? Usually it's the position of your thumb. You have to position your thumb a little lower. You know, all these techniques are highly personalized. So some people have the knuckle bend like this, and others have straight knuckle, and it's just a different approach to al sapua. Okay, thank you very much. Bush Z. Grish, we see you have good pitch, but could explain how to find kappa position for latecomer. Okay, kappa position, you have to listen to open strings. So, for example, I started in the beginning of this live stream. I got the first chord. And then this note, so without a capo, this note would not be able, this chord would not be able to, this would be a difficult chord to play, like very difficult. And you have to ask yourself, at this point is maybe this note is in close position, so you hear it that it's not a dull, it's not a bright note, it's kind of dull note, so it's not an open string. So is there a capo position where you can maybe where you can have one of those notes in the chord under a capo? So it's a very clumsy explanation, but usually try to catch a sound of an open string in your, in the recording, and just keep listening until you hear that sounds brighter, like brighter and with no vibrato. You know, those strings are definitely open. So maybe I can find it somewhere in the recording. Let's see if I can keep listening and find you a place. Okay, even here, you hear this note. This is a little dull, not dull, but warm, right? And right after that, you hear this bright doubling. So that is definitely open string. So if that is open string, then the capo position is probably second fret, because we can't have it on this fret. Because so that would be sixth fret, because then we won't be able to have the basses that you hear. Okay, my composition as soon as possible. Okay, great. I have on my YouTube page, I think it's a playlist that's called A Bit of My Music, so you can hear some of my music there. Okay, the song Recuerdo a Patio by Pavel said, I'd love to see you teaching the scales, maestro. Thank you, maestro. I will do that. Maybe I already have one of the scales in my scale video. Okay, many Brazilians in your life, maestro. Brazil is in love with great musicians. Yeah, Brazil is a fantastic country. It's unlike anything else in the world, really so unique and so musical. It's like it's just it's a diamond of a country. Okay. Can I explain arpeggios with legato, please? With legatos. Arpeggios with legatos. I'm not sure exactly with legatos. Like maybe that, but I'm not sure what you mean. Tips for clear notes, especially hands are relatively small. Just always put your fingers next to the fret, to the metal of the fret, and then you won't have a problem. Okay, hi Grisha, very cool to see you live streaming. Can you talk a little bit about your general practice routine over the years and how you make practice as productive as possible? Well, it really, I think I either posted about this or I wanted to post, and I had an outline of a video. Maybe I didn't post it, never recorded it, but you have to know exactly what you want to practice when you wake up. So you have to make a plan. You can't just do everything the same every day. You have to know what you're lacking. You have to know what you want to improve, and only then do you come up with a plan to do it. Usually I like to do a variety, so I would do some technical practice, which I didn't do today at all. It was just a slow pieces day, and then play some repertoire every single day, so that you have a variety of pieces of challenges, so that you don't develop dystonia and some of these bad things. If you repeat too much, then you are in danger of developing this. So I like to ask my fingers to do a lot of different variations of movements, so I don't just repeat the same thing. Thank you, Elnaz. I can't hear you. The mic is too far located. Yeah, sorry. The mic is adjusted so that my guitar can be loud, but I guess the volume is not picking up my voice as well. Thank you very much. What was my worst life experience like? Well, I'm not sure if I should talk about that. I think we all have those experiences, and yeah, let's not talk about it. Let's be positive today. Although I appreciate your concern. Okay, slow pieces day. Yes, I don't have a weekly plan, but I know what I want to do. Let's say for a concert. So I'm playing pretty soon. It's going to be in Chicago and in Madison, Wisconsin, in a week pretty much, where I need to play this repertoire of this program of 15 pieces. So at this point I want to clean them up, so I will be playing slowly at 40% speed every single day, all my concert program. And then on top of that, doing exercises and playing with some fast Well, playing some pieces fast. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mentioned dystonia. Yes, I did have a playing related injury. It still comes back, once in a while. I had it when I was 16 years old, and I had to cancel a couple of concerts because of it. I was trying to play like Paco, I was switching to this position with fingers bent this way and raising my elbow and all that. And I remember that it really was working out, and I was so young and so, I guess, powerful. I felt powerful. I felt like I could do anything, and it was working out, and I was really flying with scales. And at some point, woke up in the morning, and I was horrified that I had no control over these two fingers. They were like tied together, and couldn't play any scales and arpeggios. It was just like, it felt like my fingers were drunk, and that scared me a lot. And I had to rework my middle finger. I had to retrain it by combining these two together. So I was playing scales with a pair of fingers plus the index, pair plus index, and it still is haunting my technique because my ring finger now feels too connected to my middle when I play scales. So yeah, that was a bad injury. That's why I don't recommend people switching their technique. Even though you see somebody who is amazing, an absolute monster, and you want to naturally try, that way of playing, but your body knows what's best for you. So yeah, that's my advice to you. Sorry, quiet. Yeah, I'm not understanding your question, Theo, exactly. Thank you. Can I tell how many times I practice one song to perform it perfectly? Um, Not exactly sure, but I do start early on. When I select my program, I really start playing it every single day for some weeks. I do have a video on YouTube about concert preparation, so where you can get some of these ideas. So, so the picado position depends on the shape of each hand. Yeah, picado position depends on the shape of each hand, on the finger proportions, on the finger flexibility, also on how wide your shoulders are. So some people have wide shoulders plus long arms. So they kind of have this position that's just difficult to play like this. So of course, it's very, very personal. So you have to find your own. I mean, you should know how people play, different people, and you try different things, and the one that feels the best for you is the one that you should select. What is the speed of your watt per minute? I'm not exactly sure. I used to play guitar. Okay, don't play it. Sorry. Tell people to give you money and like and subscribe your master. Well, I think if people want to donate something, I will not say no, and I will be very grateful. And of course, if you like my stream, if you like my videos, consider subscribing and hitting that notification button, bell, whatever. I don't really like asking people to do that. I think it's kind of like, if you want to do it, you do it, and if you don't, you shouldn't care if I ask. Okay. There's a period for a lot of beginners in flamenco where you learn the piece and you just can't play them fast enough. Okay. So. I highly recommend this book. I learned how to play, basic techniques using this book. All right, so that's a great book by Juan Martin, and you will not be overwhelmed with the difficulty of this material. So you shouldn't start with like Vicente Amigo and Paco and Sabicas. First, play some of this stuff, which is quite accessible. By the way, he's mentioning my he mentions me here in back of the book. He says the music in the book has even been used to launch a concert soloist's career, and that means yours truly. Yeah, my concert in Chicago is on April 16th. You have to search online. It's going to be April 16th in Chicago. Okay, thank you very much. Are you familiar with Ivan Smirnov's work? And have you ever considered playing his pieces arranged in flamenco style? Yes, I'm definitely familiar, but I have never considered playing them in flamenco style. There is so much music that I would love to play, that I would love to learn, but life is just too short to do everything that you want. So why do I prefer Lester DeVoe more than the Spanish guitars? Well, it's not like that. I just never had a good Spanish guitar, to be honest with you. And I've played a lot of them at a GSI, Guitar Salon International. They were great, and they definitely had something that my Lester DeVoe just... Well, it's not that it doesn't have it. It has a different character. So Spanish guitars have their own character. Not all of them are the same, of course, but a lot of them sound pretty traditional, authentic. But I like the sweetness of my Lester DeVoe, and I like that it sounds like a hybrid between classical and flamenco for me, because that's how Lester made them. Only my Blanca is just made. I think it was made for Vicente Amigo, and he didn't care for the color of it because it's blue. So maybe next time I do this live stream, maybe I'll use my Blanca. It has an interesting back and sides. It's like dyed blue. But all my other guitars, both my other guitars were made for me specifically with this idea in mind that I could play classical or flamenco on them. So on this guitar I can play classical if I raise the action. It sounds very, very warm, like as warm as you want it to sound. So yeah, that's why it just gives me this quality that I really appreciate. Thank you guys. Do you practice by muting the strings with a sponge? Oh yeah, of course, I do that quite often. All my sponges are right now in the guitar case because I came back from my trip to... Where was I? Minnesota. I played in Minneapolis a week ago, and I came back and I left the sponge in the guitar case, but I was practicing there, in the hotel and also at the airport, and when I was warming up for my concert with the sponge. La distancia para un duelo. I'm not. That doesn't ring the bell, but I may recognize the sound itself. Have I ever heard progressive metal? Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, a Russian person asks how to learn tremolo. Как научиться тремоло? Играйте медленно и расслабляйте все пальцы, так, чтобы они возвращались сразу. So, you have to bring the fingers back. All right. Austin, Texas. Yeah, I will definitely come to Austin, Texas. Why play with a sponge? You get all the timings more accurately, especially in arpeggio, and also it muffles the resonance of the string, so the string is not so loose. Because when you hit the string at higher tempo, it just wobbles a lot, right? So the sponge makes that wobble. First of all, there's less amplitude, and also it dies off quicker. So you are able to hit the target with more precision, and get used to hitting it, with that precision. So even if you play without the sponge, your fingers will look for the string, right where it is. Books to learn guitar. Books to learn guitar. This one, right, for flamenco would be great. What do I expect prospective students? Pretty much nothing. If you want to study with me, you can study with me at any level. This is a great book for classical. Julio Sagreras. Fantastic. Нет, не играл никогда classical gas. Do I ever play Mediterranean Sundance in concerts? No. I can't play it in solo concerts, but whenever I have somebody to accompany me, yeah, definitely. Entre dos Aguas, Mediterranean Sundance, can play Ziryab, we can improvise on anything, play Chardash. Yeah, I do some of these, sometimes in Houston. Yeah. Do I like to sing? I like to sing, but it's best that you don't hear me sing, because my voice is alright, it's just my control is not so good. Yeah, sorry guys, this turned out to be more like a Q&A session. Maybe next time we'll be more focused, because the idea behind this live stream was so that I show you exactly how I pick up pieces by ear, but maybe next time. Yes, I should publish my own flamenco guitar book. Yeah, I think that should be in the works, yes. Thank you guys, thank you very much. Yeah, I fly those airlines where I can take the guitar on board. So in the States, it's the Southwest that I fly, which allows me to pay a little extra, like $15 or $20, and get an early bird boarding. So with this early bird, I can get on the plane early, in the A group. And there is plenty of space in the overhead, so I always can put my guitar there. And internationally, I usually use a very good case, just just in case that they don't allow me to take it on board. And some pilots do, actually not pilots but stewardesses, they work with me and they put it in a closet. And one time on a Lufthansa flight, a pilot took the guitar to his cabin, to the cockpit, and that was interesting. He told me not to tell anybody, but he said that there is one catch, that he's just gonna be playing all the way to the destination. Of course, it was a joke. He was just a very kind man. Yeah. Oh man, no way. I'm sorry to hear that, Moose. Play some composition that you want to share with us, please. I'm really tired right now. My playing is not so good. But I should do a live stream where I play for you guys. Because right now I'm not even warmed up anymore. Yeah, alright. How do you determine what key a recording is in, so it works on the fingerboard for you? And do you write it down? Yeah, so, well, I have a lot of knowledge that I acquired over the years. Like, I can hear, standard chords. All these chords, and I listen to the open strings and to the sound of the tonic. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I have to show show by using something like some song that maybe you are not able to get. I can show you what I listen for. So this capo just arrived from Spain. The guy's name is El Macareno. He's a fantastic craftsman. Yeah, he just sent it to me from Spain. It has my initials here, GG. Here. Show a few flamenco chords. This is a chord, flamenco. Or this. Or this. Thank you. For duet pieces, what was your strategy to learning by ear? Duet pieces are tricky, if they're not separated in stereo. If, for example, if it's too close together, then yeah, you just need to make sense of a lot more music, I have to say. So there is no strategy. I guess you could listen to tiny dynamic variations between the parts, so that if one part that you suspect is a part sounds louder than, or maybe has a different tone, that player has a different tone. For example, you can recognize Sabicas, when they play with Mario Scudero pretty well because of the tone differences. But yeah, you're you are in for a ride when you learn that. Yes, I did have a chance to meet Paco personally. It was awesome. It was in 1994. I was in Madrid with some concerts, and after one of the concerts, a friend of his was in the audience, and she came up to me and she asked me how would I like to see Maestro, because he was at that time in Madrid, at home, because it was close to his birthday. So, and I said, yeah, of course, that's my dream. And next day his wife picked me up um, from the hotel. They had this, they had a few of these old-fashioned Mercedes cars, with kind of oval headlights, like from the 70s, I think, at least. And a chauffeur that brought me in, and she was asking me questions on the way there. And Paco was recording Lucia album at that time. He was working on it, so he was in his studio in the basement of his house, and that's how it happened. I came in, I played for him. I played Bulerías by Sabicas, and Paco said, "Oh, I remember you already because I saw you on TV once." And I was shocked that Paco de Lucia watched me, and I didn't even know. And he was very nice. He was very understanding of my situation. He made a lot of compliments, but of course, I would rather hear constructive criticism from him, which he never gave me. Well, he gave me one piece of criticism. He said, in order to play flamenco, you have to come and live in Spain and live with gypsies, find them wherever they are. He said, he made the joke, if they're under the bridges, then you go and live under the bridge with them. So it was actually a very, very true advice. Something that I never really was able to do, but I wish that I could, that I had a chance. Thank you so much, Ernest Santiago. You're so kind. Yes, I do play barrios. Actually, I had this live stream the other day. I'm going to post the classical pieces that I played. So I play Choro de Saudade. I play La Catedral, and I play Ultimo Tremolo by Barrios right now. So yeah, he's one of my favorite composers. How far can Juan Martin's method book can take you in terms of technique? It can take you right up to Sabicas. So after that, you listen to Sabicas, and you will be able to understand a lot, and you will kind of be able to reconstruct what Sabicas is adding to Juan Martin. So in terms of all the techniques, I think he pretty much teaches everything. Thank you very much. Akiu, thank you very much. Thank you. So many, so many questions. How can I get to all of you guys? I would love a duet with Yamandu. We were talking about that at some point. But, Yamandu was enthusiastic about my playing, and we jammed one time in Austin, Texas. And then we were talking about, it would be so cool to play together. But as we were parting our ways, it was like 5 in the morning, or even more, even later. He was like, "Yeah, but I haven't heard your own composition yet." And I was like, man, yeah, he's right. I mean, we were improvising and everything, but it wasn't like a composition. So I think I first need to produce compositions for him to listen to, maybe. Okay. You can play. You can learn flamenco with, using tabs. That's fine. Yeah. There's never been an opportunity for me to play in Brazil. Thank you, nice guitar. Thank you very much. My opinion about Luciano is fantastic, fantastic artist. I really like his sensitivity. He's one of my favorites to listen to. He's such a good guy also. Legato left hand loops. Okay. Like this. Or thank you so much. Yeah, I play Tarriga also. Sorry guys, I can't even read your comments. First of all, it's a very tiny font, and also my eyes are just like so tired after a day of work. So if I seem like I'm a little anemic, or I read too long and I can't see anything, it's because I'm really tired. Yeah. So yeah. What else? What do I think of Antonio Reyes playing? Well, fantastic. How can you criticize Antonio Reyes playing? I mean, he's so clean and so colorful, so precise, and he has such good dynamics. So definitely is one of the best right now for sure. Yes. So oh, thank you, Akram. Yes, that's right. It's time for me to sleep, maybe. Yeah, I can see that little bit of bigger font. See, can't play. Okay, well, guys, I think maybe I should go and rest a little bit. I thought that maybe this would be a different stream where I would discuss how I learn a piece, and I started out with that, and I think I got through like 50 something seconds, and then answered some of your questions. I actually do enjoy that. It was not the intention, but I don't regret answering your questions. I hope that I'm not too boring, you know, which even if I am boring, I don't think I can change that. So all right, you guys, have a great time. Thank you for being here, and thank you for those of you who donated. One more time, if you would like to subscribe to my videos, to my channel, to see more videos and live streams, and press a like button so that algorithm can recognize my channel, because my channel is struggling a little bit. So that would really help. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You take care. Bye.